Welcome back to another Tul World podcast. I'm your host, David Ju, and I'm here with Master Ju.
Another great day, Mr. Ju.
Another great day. So, we were working on Sosan. Well, not we. You were working with Mr. Dinger on Sosan. So, I was kind of looking through some of the techniques, and you had brought up the question of why is the middle vertical punch not shoulder level, right? Because usually we define things based like eye level is high, middle level is shoulder, low is by the belly button, belt area, right? And so a middle punch lines up with our shoulder in ITF Taekwondo. That's different than WT or like karate because they actually punch towards the solar plexus.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? But we call middle vertical punch, but it's not lined up with the shoulder. So why would it not be extended to like this?
Why do we ask these questions? Got nothing better to do?
Maybe.
Well, no, it is a good question. I think it's a good question. I don't know about you guys. Well, I think we've got to go back and look at the definition, and your point is well taken regarding some styles when they do a middle punch, it's not shoulder line, but it's pointed towards the middle. And so why is it that in the ITF we call this a middle punch or high punch or low punch? So we have different sections of the body. Yeah. And high section is basically shoulder and above. Middle section is shoulder to the umbilicus, and the low section is like belly button or umbilicus or belt level below that. And so why is the middle punch a shoulder, or other ones as well? But we'll talk about the middle punch. Yeah. It's easy. So our ideal person is someone like yourself, same height. You and I are about the same height. Yeah. And so when we look at the punches, we don't normally just stand straight up. If I was to stand straight up with you because we're about the same height, and I wanted to punch to the middle section, I would definitely have to punch downward. Yeah. But normally we're not in that position. We're normally in a stance, L stance, walking stance, sitting stance, or whatever stance it is. And so that lowers us down. And so when you punch the shoulder line, it goes to the middle section. Yeah. Doesn't say specifically what part of the middle section. It's just that it's in the middle section because the middle section is, again, shoulder to the belt. Yeah. That's your middle section. Now that we understand that, the question would be, why is upset punch, or maybe in the single vertical punch, middle is not shoulder line? That's your question.
Well, mostly about the vertical punch because he actually calls it middle. Upset punch does not have a height usually set to it.
Right. He does say middle. Is that a typo or it's not? I mean, why not apply that to the upset punch?
Well, I don't know.
That's another topic to discuss.
But you have to differentiate between a high vertical punch to the face and then a middle one, right?
Right.
So we'll start with the middle one. In the encyclopedia it says that when the arm is extended like this, it's wrong because there's not enough twisting.
No twist of the attacking tool.
Yeah.
Right. Because the fist has to be straight up and down. Unlike a four-fist punch where the fist rotates all the way till the palm is facing towards the ground. Right. But I think it's middle. It is to the middle section, but you're actually striking, again, working with an ideal opponent. Yeah. Like me and you. When I do that, it actually is towards the solar plex itself. And it also says that the elbow should be slightly bent, not more than 40 degrees. Yeah. The arm is bent 40 degrees. Yeah. And so when you do it like that, it ends up being to the solar plex itself. Yeah. So it's different than when we talk about middle punches to the middle section. That doesn't mean that it's going to be right to the solar plex. It's just to the middle section of that person's body. Yeah.
So the high one would be striking the high section.
High section.
I see.
Right.
Okay. What it kind of reminds me of is like when you're like shooting a gun, and if I wanted to, you could always hit fire, which is kind of like almost like a vertical punch.
Yes,
You know, and it's closed in, and then the arm is bent, right? But then when you bring it up, now it's like a punch where it's fully extended. Not that you would turn it though either.
That's
but when
a
it
good
reaches
analogy.
when it reaches the shoulder level, the arm is extended, right? And then when it's low, you could keep the arm bent and still maintain kind of that accuracy.
That's a good point. So this is not a gun show. But why would you fire from this position? Can we fire a firearm from this position, and why would you do that?
Yeah.
Well, the reason that might happen is because your assailant is too close. So you have to be able to shoot from this position,
Right.
as opposed to straight out.
Right.
And yeah, it's kind of like punching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in close, boom. Person's too close, I have to shoot from here. I can't shoot from up here. I can't
Right.
fully extend the technique because the opponent is too close. So very valid. Definitely the person's closer to you.
Yeah.
And I would also say that's true with the upset punch.
Right. Well, let us know what you guys think about the middle vertical punch, any theories or anything about it. But as always, don't forget to be safe
Keep training.
and have a great week.
Taekwon.